Constitution. It doesn't mean anything today. We live in a mental institution. 'Cause everything's crazy. They're doing away with borders. It's a new world. It's a new day. There's a new world order coming to your town. You better get ready. You better get ready. It's a new day. It's a new way. It's a new day. It's a new way.
Evil lurks in the hearts of men. The shadow knows.
Oh, yes, ladies and gentlemen, it is Sunday night, and you're not going to believe what I got for you right here on Revolution Radio. So, welcome to the Samsel Report. This is the weekly wrap-up, wherein we wrap up the week's headlines. The phone line is up. The number to call in, 314-720-6835. Now, you listeners out there, feel free to call in and be a part of the program. Boy, oh boy, we're coming to you live from beautiful Clearwater, Florida. I tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, our government is a cesspool of corruption. Our industrial might is a thing of the past. And the Constitution and the Bill of Rights are being trashed by a treasonous, out-of-control government intent on enslaving the American people. I know, oh yes, I know, and you know, and we all know. It sounds just like something from out of the Twilight Zone. But you know what, ladies and gentlemen? We live in the Twilight Zone. Oh yes, we do. You're traveling through another dimension, a dimension not only of sight and sound, but of mind. You're moving into a land of both shadow and substance. You are bombarded by the conditioning illusion projected forth by corporate and government-controlled mass media. A world of mind-controlled automatons, unable to think or speak out or stand up for themselves. You're entering a world where everything is just the opposite of what you think it is. You are living in the Twilight Zone. The Twilight Zone. Oh, yes, we live in the Twilight Zone, ladies and gentlemen. The mainstream media is a weapon being used to control and dumb down the American people. Even as they are raped financially, their rights and liberties trampled upon, and America destroyed by design. Oh, look out. Look out. And now it's time for an important message, especially for you listeners out there. Oh, yes, because this program on Revolution Radio is listener supported. And that means you, ladies and gentlemen, if you like this network and you like this program, then please send us money. Now, we don't want a whole lots of money. Oh, no. All we want is whatever you can spare. That's it. That's right. That's right. And you know what you should do? You should sign up for the archives. Oh, yes, because in the archives is everything. And you will never, 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 ever listen to it all. So, it's well worth the few extra cents that it cost. Okay, let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen. You need this broadcasting network. Because Revolution Radio is the voice of truth and freedom that you won't hear anywhere else. So, please help support informative, entertaining, fabulously original, innovative, cutting-edge, enlightening, mind-expanding, and awe-inspiring programs just like this one. Yes, it is the Samsel Report, and it is heard only on Revolution Radio. So, send us some money, okay? All right? Okay? All right. Okay. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to free your mind. And your ass will follow. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. And no truer words have ever been spoken. Okay? All right. You got that? Okay. All right. So now, ladies and gentlemen, without any further ado, it's time for Wild Bill's weekly wrap-up. Oh, yes. Oh, yes, indeed. Look out. Here it comes. Are you ready for this? Oh, my God. Okay. All right. I tell you what. Let's dive right in. Are you ready? Let's dive right in. Okay? All right? Okay? All right. Our first headline. U.S. Republican budget cuts social spending and boosts military. Oh, yes, you heard right. Oh, yes. House Republicans on Tuesday proposed higher defense spending and deep cuts to social services. Oh, yes, including health care for the poor. In an aggressive new budget plan that seeks to eliminate deficits by 2024. The blueprint from the House Budget Committee prescribes $5 trillion in spending cuts. That's right. That's right. The plan also calls for controversial changes to the Medicare health program for seniors, turning it into a system of subsidies for private insurance. So stick that in your pipe and smoke it. How do you like them apples? Huh? Huh? I tell you what. That's what all this talk about health care is all about. Right? It's not about health care. It's about health insurance. Oh, yes. And we all know that the insurance industry is one of the biggest rip-off scams this country's ever known. Oh, yes. Oh, look out. In fact, the entire medical establishment has become one great big rip-off scam. One that the criminals in D.C. don't have to contend with because their health insurance is paid for by our tax dollars, and it provides our leaders with the best health care in the world. So they don't have to worry about nothing. It doesn't affect them, right? Right? Am I right? But I tell you what, let's get back to the budget. They're gonna stick it to us by deeply cutting social services for the poorest Americans, who, by the way, are suffering the most, right? Am I right? During this so-called economic recovery. $5.5 trillion in cuts while boosting military expenditures to pay for more wars and to further militarize the domestic police force. All in order to pay off the international bankers by printing money like it's going out of style, to pay off the biggest financial heist in the history of mankind. That about explains it all in a nutshell, doesn't it? So, I tell you what, bend over and spread your cheeks. Oh yeah, because the Republicans have come up with a budget proposal. So, look out. Okay? Just look out. It's coming at you. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. I didn't like that one. Oh no. In fact, I'm going to take that one and stick it right in the corral with all the rest of them. How you like that? Huh? There you get on in there. Get on in there. Get your fat butt on in there. No, get on in there. Okay, all right. Okay. Man, it's getting crazy out there, people. It's getting freaking crazy out there. Let me tell you, I look at this stuff all day, all week. Man, it's getting spooky. You know what I'm saying? Huh? How about another headline? Let's look at another headline here. How about Glenn Beck? That's right. I said Glenn Beck. Glenn Beck. He's done with the Republican Party. He's finished with the Republican Party. Okay? All right? I've made my decision, he says. I'm out. I'm out of here. That's what he said. Beck said that on his radio show Wednesday, according to Mediaite.com. He also said, I'm out of the Republican Party. I am not a Republican. I will not give a dime to the Republican Party. I am out. Finished. Kaput. Let me out of here. Right? That's what Glenn Beck said. Those were his words. The former Fox News host and founder of The Blaze supported the GOP during the last election cycle, but has become disillusioned with the party in recent years over what he believes was its failure to stand up to the Obama administration, specifically the Affordable Care Act and immigration reform. 4 years ago, I was with them, Beck said. 4 years ago, I said, work from the inside. You gotta work from the inside. Let's change it. Let's get new guys in there. Those were Beck's words. But those efforts have proved futile. That's what he said. They're torpedoing the Constitution, and they are doing it knowingly, Beck said. So, take that, put it in your pipe, and see what happens, okay? All right, there's only one place to put that one. There is only one place that one belongs, okay? All right? There you go. There you go. All right. Okay. All right. It is 10:21 p.m. here in Clearwater, Florida, which means that a minute ago it was 10:20, and a minute from now it'll be 10:22. Okay? All right. You're listening to the Samsel Report. This is Wild Bill, and we are looking at this week's headlines. You're riding with Wild Bill's Freedom Posse. That's right. That's right. You're riding with the Freedom Posse. Okay? Okay? All right?
Radio at freedomslips.com. We are awake. We will not be deterred. We shall find the truth. Politics, New World Order, weather control, the systematic destruction of humanity is in progress, and we are preparing to stand tall, and we attempt to awake others. Please note, we are listener supported, so click a banner, make a donation. I do not have sponsors or commercials to support my efforts. Now, stand by. You are being connected.
Oh yeah, that's right. You're listening to the Samsel Report right here on Revolution Radio. Oh, wait a minute. Somebody's knocking on the door. Hey, who? Who is that knocking on the door? Who is that knocking on the door? Hey, who is that? Who's knocking on the door? Huh? Oh my God. Oh my God, it's a bunch of politicians out there, a bunch of Washington insiders banging on my door. Get out of here, go on, get out of here. Gee, so Peak, interrupting the program. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we now continue with our look at this week's headlines. Okay, all right. The ATF's ammo ban is back. Oh, yes, in the form of a new bill from Democrats. That's right. 4 House Democrats have taken the Obama administration's idea of a regulation to ban a widely used kind of ammunition. Well, they're going to turn it into legislation anyway. Okay? All right? Republican Eliot Engel, a Democrat from New York, introduced the Armor-Piercing Bullets Act. That's the same ban that the ATF proposed in February through the adoption of a framework that would justify a ban on all bullets that can pierce police body armor. The ATF's framework prompted the submission of almost 90,000 comments, most of which opposed the plan as one that would ban a popular round used in a popular rifle. For years, these green-tip rounds have enjoyed an exception from a ban on armor-piercing bullets because they are generally used for sporting purposes. But even when announcing that this framework would be indefinitely delayed, the ATF indicated it would continue to work on the issue and see if there's a way to implement its framework. At a hearing last week, ATF Director B. Todd Jones said his agency was figuring out how we can do this rationally. Oh, yes. Oh, what do you think about that? What do you think about that, huh? Huh? You know where that one's going, don't you? Huh? Get on out of here with your ammo bands and your gun-grabbing dirt bags in Washington. I tell you what, these people are out of their freaking minds. These people are all crazy. They're all nuts. Oh, there they are. Look at them. Look at them. Will you just look at that? Do you believe that? Look at these people. Look at them. My God. Get out of here. Go on. Okay. All right. Boy, oh boy, I tell you what. It gets crazier than that. Like this next headline. You're not going to believe this next headline, okay? All right, okay, all right. Michelle Obama gets an openly gay Hispanic TV guy fired for saying she looks like a Planet of the Apes character. Oh, yes, you heard right. Oh, yes. On Wednesday, Univision talk show host Rodner Figueroa, what the hell is this? This Univision talk show host did a segment about a makeup artist. He brought a makeup artist onto the show. The guy's name was Paolo Ballesteros. He's a makeup artist. He comes on the show. He makes himself up to look like Michelle Obama. Okay? So the other guy, Figueroa, or whatever his name is, he says, "That's quite a hideous spectacle, yes?" He says, that's what he said. He said, "That's quite a hideous spectacle, don't you think?" He pointed at the transformation and he said, "You know, Michelle Obama looks like she is of the cast of the Planets of the Apes." He was fired. They fired him for saying that. That's right. He has since penned an apology letter to Michelle Obama, claiming that he is not racist and that his comment was in no way directed at the First Lady, but rather the work of the makeup artist, which, by the way, left much to be desired. I better not. Okay, all right. You're riding with Wild Bill's Freedom Posse. Oh, yeah. So, put down your pipe and smoke it. Okay? All right? Okay? These headlines are just absolutely unbelievable, ladies and gentlemen. Absolutely unbelievable. That's right, it's all bad news. All of it. All of it's bad, ladies and gentlemen. Like this next headline. You're not going to believe this one. You are not going to believe this one. Al Gore. Yeah, that's right, I said Al Gore. You know what he said? He said, "We need to punish climate change deniers and put a price on carbon." That's right. How do you like them apples? For the third time in the last few years, Al Gore, founder and chairman of the Climate Reality Project, spoke at a festival on Friday. Naturally, his interactive discussion focused on addressing the climate crisis. The former vice president focused on the need to punish climate change deniers, saying politicians should pay a price for rejecting accepted science. That's what he said. Those were his words. Okay? All right. Gore said, forward-thinking investors are moving away from companies that invest in fossil fuels, and they are moving towards companies investing in renewable energy. Gore said, we need to put a price on carbon to accelerate these market trends. He's proposing a federal cap-and-trade system that would penalize companies that exceeded their carbon emission limits. And in order to do that, he said, we need to put a price on denial in politics. So, there you go. There you have it. It's not that the sun is going through a hot cycle at this time, causing all of the planets in our solar system to experience rising temperatures. No, that's not it. What, are you kidding me? That's not it. It's our fault. It's mankind's fault, isn't it? It's all of our faults, isn't it? That's why we've got to pay a carbon tax. See? You understand? That's why they're chemtrailing all over the place. Huh? That's why they want to kill off as many of us useless eaters as possible. Yeah? Yes, that's right. We're all crazy. We are all crazy for denying climate change. That's right. We're all crazy for not believing all the global warming bull hockey. That's right. That's right. So look out. Look out, ladies and gentlemen. Here's another one. This is related. This is a related story. The EPA rules to force 85 coal-fired generators to close by the end of this year. They're going to close down 85 coal-fired generators. That's right, in 36 locations across the country. They are expected to close in the coming months, in part because of Environmental Protection Agency regulations. The largest set of retirements is set for June, when electricity demand starts to peak as Americans turn on their air conditioners for the summer. So right when we need it the most, they're going to stick it to us, okay? All right? Most of these retirements will come from coal-fired power plants in Appalachia. That's where most of this is going to take place. So, just in time for summer, you can expect utility prices to go up, up, and away. That's right. Oh, look out. Bend over and spread your cheeks, baby, because here it comes. The powers that be are going to ram a freight train up your butts. Oh, yes. They're getting ready to stick it to us all. Why? Because of global warming or climate change. Take your pick. Take your pick. Either one. Therefore, as your bank account goes down, so too does your standard of living go through the floor. That's right. And why is that? Well, think about it. Because America is slated to become a third world nation. Oh yes, a third world nation. We are all going to be peons, ladies and gentlemen. Oh yes, and this third world nation will be known to the rest of the New World Order as the American Union. That's the ultimate plan. American Union. So stick that in your pipe and smoke it. You know, I don't like that at all. I do not like that at all. This story I don't like. We must place it where it belongs, ladies and gentlemen. Right in there. There you go. There you have it. There you go. Okay? All right? Okay. Man, oh man. And if that didn't piss you off, this next one most assuredly will. Okay? All right? Our fearless leader, Obama, authorizes the first wave of 9,000 unapproved Muslim immigrants for U.S. resettlement. How do you like them apples? Huh? Huh? The U.S. Department of State announced on its website that the Obama administration has approved over 9,000 Syrian Muslim immigrants. Oh, yes. Hand-selected by the United Nations, no less, for admission into the United States as residents. Oh, yeah. The United States accepts the majority of all referrals from around the world. That's what it says here. The State Department said, last year, we reached our goal of resettling nearly 70,000 refugees from nearly 70 countries. Oh, yes, we did. And we plan to lead in resettling the Syrians as well. And we expect admissions from Syria to surge in 2015 and beyond. For all you bright scholars out there, all you have to do is the math. You add up the numbers, right? If 9,000 Muslim immigrants from Syria are turned loose in the United States, how many of these 9,000 are either terrorists or have terrorist ties? And 9,000 is just the very beginning. It's just the beginning. That's right. That's just the beginning. I haven't got started yet. Huh? Huh? The State Department clearly acknowledges that this number will surge dramatically in 2015. So, there you have it. There you go. There you have it. Last year, in 2014, they brought in 30,000 Syrian refugees. As I reported last week, 100,000 are slated for 2015. Now, what could possibly go wrong with that? Huh? My God, this is getting crazy. This is getting absolutely crazy. But it's not, in reality. It's all part of the plan. That's right. Here's a related article. We have a related article here. One nation under Allah. Oh, you heard right. One nation under Allah. Fury erupts after school recites Pledge of Allegiance in Arabic. Oh, yes. Oh, man, you're not going to believe this. Parents were outraged after a New York school recited the Pledge of Allegiance in Arabic. Students at Pine Bush High School in Pine Bush, New York, knew right away there was something not quite right about the Pledge of Allegiance. And that's because it was being recited in Arabic. Reaction in the upstate New York high school was swift, and so was the backlash. Furious students tried to shout down the recitation in their classroom. They tried to shout them down. They tried to shout them down in the classrooms, and other students sat down. They just sat down in protest. That's right. School Superintendent Joan Carboni told the newspaper that the Arabic pledge divided the school in half, noting that many complaints came from Jewish parents and those who had lost family members fighting the war on terror. The outrage among students was so significant that the school issued an apology. Oh, yes, they did. We sincerely apologize for having the Pledge of Allegiance recited this morning in a language other than English. The apology read, "In our school district, the Pledge of Allegiance will only be recited in English as recommended by the Commissioner of Education." That was their apology right there. So, tell me something. What's wrong with that? Considering all of the foreign nationals and the illegal aliens running around all over the place, hell, why not recite the pledge in another language every day of the month? Huh? That ought to cover all of the foreigners and make them all feel at home. Huh? Am I right? They could recite the pledge in Indian or Pakistani, and then they could recite the pledge in Mexican or freaking Chinese. Huh? Huh? And then Syrian and Iraqi and Afghani, and don't forget Swahili and Zulu and Timbuktu. That's right. That's right. It fits right into the globalist plan to bring down the United States. Flood the country with foreigners. After all, we're just one great big melting pot. Am I right? Am I right? Send us your uneducated, your dirt poor, your sick, your religious fanatics, your criminals. Yes, send us all of your rejects. That's right. We'll take them all in and set them up in your neighborhood, next door to you. How do you like them apples? We'll give them an income. We'll give them housing, education, and schooling, all at taxpayer expense. Oh, yeah. After all, our big-hearted president just loves anybody who can't speak, read, or write in English. Have you noticed that? Huh? Have you noticed that? In fact, Obama loves anything and everyone that is un-American. If it's un-American, he's crazy about it. He loves it. It drives him wild. That's right. As long as it's un-American. He's for the foreigners. Whose president is he anyway? Is he our president? Or is he the foreigners' president, huh? I think he's working for them, don't you? I think he's working for the foreigners. I tell you what, man, it's enough to drive you out of your mind. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Look out, ladies and gentlemen. Look out. Okay? All right? What? Oh, okay. All right. It's time for this little important message. Yes, it's Charlie Danger, private detective. Charlie defender of the Constitution. And now, Charlie Danger, private detective.
Get this and get it straight. Crime is a sucker's road, and those who travel it today are more cunning, traitorous, and evil than ever. They got big wallets and big ideas and big plans, and they don't like anything or anyone that gets in their way. I ought to know. I'm Charlie Danger. It was a cold and windy day as I sat behind my desk in my cozy little office waiting for a phone to ring that lately hadn't been ringing enough. I sat staring blankly at the wall, listening to the sultry sound of the sax player down the hall practicing for his next weekend's gig. I was trying to decide if I should get up and fix myself yet another drink. Suddenly the door burst open and a beautiful blonde bombshell in a fancy evening dress that fit just right in just the right places strolled into the room. She stood there in her spiked heels looking utterly gorgeous and at the same time a little bit dangerous. I say dangerous because in her pretty little hand was a great big .38 caliber snub-nosed Smith & Wesson and the business end was pointing right at my ticker.
Yes, there are now 4 Charlie Danger adventures to choose from. Go to hiddenmysteries.com. That's hiddenmysteries.com.
That's right. And you can go to hiddenmysteries.com where you can purchase the Charlie Danger Private Detective Adventure Series. There's 4 of them. You are listening to the Samsel Report. This is Wild Bill's weekly wrap-up. Okay? All right? We're going to go take a break. I can just tell. I can feel it. I can feel it. We're going to go take a break soon. Okay? But when we come back from the break, look out. Because we might have Terry Joyce joining us. We got plenty of headlines to look at, to check out. We got the phone line up. You can call into the show. Man, oh man, what more can you ask for? What more can you possibly expect? Huh? Huh? Okay, break, come on. Come on. Come on. Here, break. Here, break. Break. Come on, break. Come over here. Come here.
Looking at the news from a different perspective.
That's right. Free your mind. Free your mind. Free your mind. Our government is a cesspool of corruption.
How do you like them apples?
We live in the Twilight Zone.
What, are you kidding me? You gotta be kidding me. What, is it me? Huh? Is it me or what? Huh? Huh?
Boy, oh boy, oh boy. How do you like them apples?
The Samsel Report.
Madison Avenue mentality. Look out, it's gonna get ya, man is gonna get ya. He's gonna get ya, oh no, gonna get ya, oh no. Madison Avenue mentality.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. You are listening to the Samsel Report, the weekly wrap-up. wherein we wrap up the week's headlines. Oh, we got a phone call. Hold on a second. Let's check it out.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a caller on the line, and it's Wild Bill. Wild Bill is on the line. Hey, Wild Bill.
Hey, it's me.
Man, oh man, how did that happen?
Hey, I just thought I'd call into the show and, liven things up a little bit.
Oh, I've never interviewed myself before.
Well, there you go. There you have it. There you go. Something completely new, isn't it?
Okay, all right. So what do you got for me?
You ought to know. You ought to know.
What?
Right?
What?
You can't answer that because I already know.
Well, what's the point in calling into the show?
I don't know. It seemed like a good idea at the time.
Tell me something. Tell me something. Are you having a good time yet?
I'm having a wonderful time.
Now, you see, boys and girls, this is what it's like to be in two different places at the same time. Am I right?
That's right.
This is Twilight Zone stuff here.
That's right.
That's right.
That's right.
Because we live in the Twilight Zone.
Yes, indeed. Yes, we do.
That's right. So let's get back to the headline roundup.
Yeah, because we got headlines here that are just going to blow your mind. Okay? All right. But we're going to take a little break here for a second. I make a lot of funnies, and I make a lot of comedy, and I make fun of this and that and the other thing. And you don't know whether I'm being serious or what. But we're in trouble, ladies and gentlemen. We are in trouble. Okay? Seriously. And we need to wake up more people. We need to be reaching more people. And it's very important, the work that we're doing here on Revolution Radio. Okay? And the station needs some support. So please reach in your pocket, pull out a buck, stick it in an envelope, or go to the website and donate a few bucks. Okay? Seriously. Our government is run by freaking criminals, ladies and gentlemen. Okay? All right? So, all right. Okay, let's get back to the show and see what we got here. Okay? All right? Michael Savage has no intention of abandoning his passion for uncovering the full story behind the deaths of 22 members of SEAL Team 6. It was in all the mainstream media. They were killed, they were assassinated, they were executed, Savage said. SEAL Team 6 carried out the operation that killed Osama bin Laden in May 2011. Yes, they killed Osama bin Laden. If you believe that one, I got a bridge for sale in New York. You can make a whole bunch of money off this bridge. These guys were taken out to keep the myth alive that Obama got Osama. Osama died over a decade ago from kidney failure. So put that in your pipe and smoke it, okay? The brave men played out that farcical raid and then were killed to keep the truth from getting out. That's how stupid they think we are. That's how ignorant they think we are. That's how gullible they think we are. So let's move on. Let's go to the next headline, which reads as follows. Oops. The Obama Pentagon loses track of 500, what is that, $500 million in military aid to Yemen. $500 million worth of military aid to Yemen, and it's disappeared. Nobody knows where it went. It's gone. $500 million can just up and disappear without a trace, only in America. Okay? Am I right? The Pentagon is unable to account for more than $500 million in U.S. military aid given to Yemen, amid fears that the weaponry, aircraft, and equipment is at risk of being seized by Al-Qaeda, according to U.S. officials. Oh, man. Can you believe this? Can you believe this? In recent weeks, members of Congress have held closed-door meetings with U.S. military officials to press for an accounting of the arms and equipment. Pentagon officials have said that they have little information to go on. There is little they can do at this point to prevent the weapons and gear from falling into the wrong hands. They have little information to go on. $500 million just up and flew away. Right? Am I right? Answer me this. How does $500 million get misplaced? Who the hell misplaces $500 million? What? It just up and disappear? That's what the Pentagon claims. It was there, and all of a sudden, it's gone. What? Is it me? Is it me or what? It's a wonder that these people don't forget to put their freaking pants on in the morning. They can't keep track of $500 million, but they can manage to put their pants on in the morning, right? My God, I tell you what, it's absolutely incredible, isn't it? Isn't it? So there you have it. Put that in your pipe and smoke it. Let me see here. Let me take a look here. Hold on a second here. Okay, here's a related story. At least I think it's related. With over $5.5 billion in military gear, now we're talking $5.5 billion. $5.5 billion in military gear. With that, SWAT team deployments have risen 1,400% since the year 2000. 5,000 people were murdered by U.S. police between 2003 and 2013. 5,000 people murdered by the police in 10 years. You are 8 times more likely to be killed by a police officer than by a terrorist. Okay? That's a fun fact for you right there, huh? Huh? SWAT teams were deployed 50,000 times last year, as compared to an average of 3,000 per year in the 1980s. 50,000 times they were deployed last year. 3,000 per year in the 1980s. So there you have it. That's right. Get down! Get down! Get on the floor! Down! 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 Hands behind your head! Shoot the dog! Shoot the dog! Taser the woman! Search the place! Tear it apart! There you go. You can expect that any day now. A knock on the door and look out. That's right. Because we live in a total track and trace police state. Okay? And they can have their way with you. They can have their way with you. And your family. And your house. And you ain't got nothing to say about it. Okay? Oh my God. I tell you what. So there's some fun facts about SWAT teams. The Goon Squad. Right? Here is a completely unrelated. This next headline is completely and totally unrelated. St. Louis politician calls for tasty protest against proposed EPA barbecue regulations. If you tuned in last week, I talked about the EPA's new barbecue regulations. Oh, that's right. Look out. They're coming into your backyard barbecue now. That's right. They're sticking their nose in your barbecue grill. Okay? Supporters call it the pork steak rebellion. Oh, yes, the pork steak rebellion. Yeah, a St. Louis-born effort to keep the EPA from regulating backyard barbecues. That's right. State Senator Eric Schmidt, a Republican from Glendale, Missouri, is urging people to barbecue this week to send the EPA a message. Oh, there you go. Hey, all you guys out there listening to the show, you need to have a barbecue this weekend. Invite your friends over. Have a barbecue. Cook up some pork steaks. You know, some hamburgers, some hot dogs. Hey, we'll have a good time, huh? We'll all barbecue. We'll have the entire neighborhood enveloped in a barbecue smoke fog. Okay? We will contribute to global warming with our barbecue grills. Okay? Anyway, the EPA is concerned about particulate emissions that you breathe when you stand over a gas grill, especially when the grease hits the flames. Oh, yeah. Look out for the grease. Man, oh man, oh man. I tell you what, is it me? Is it me, or am I going out of my mind here, huh? Is it me or what? In order to save the earth from mankind's backyard barbecue grease, special grease dripping trays and smoke eliminating catalytic filters are the way to go. EPA will require them on all new barbecue grills sold in America. So what better way to combat global warming and lower CO2 levels in the atmosphere? Naturally, these requirements will cause the price of backyard barbecues to skyrocket. That's right, but that's to be expected. Of course, this will necessarily require the registration and licensing of all new barbecue grills sold in the United States. But don't worry. Do not worry. Upgrade kits for the older units will be made available for a limited time. Then look out. Backyard barbecue. Oh, man, I tell you what, we got to take that. There's only one place. There is only one place to put that, okay? All right? There you go. There you have it. There you go. Okay? All right. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. I tell you what. You are listening to the Samsel Report right here on Revolution Radio. We're going to get Terry Joyce in here. That's what we're going to do. Oh, yes. Terry Joyce will be joining us shortly. In the meantime, we got more headlines. We got more headlines. And you're not going to believe this. You're just not going to believe it. I'm telling you. Joe Biden. That's right. Joe Biden says the United States needs constant, unrelenting stream of immigrants. Oh, yes. That's what the United States needs. A constant, unrelenting stream of immigrants. Oh, yes, that's what Joe Biden had to say. Those were his words. Vice President Joseph Biden told a National Association of Manufacturers crowd this week that what the United States needed was more, not fewer, immigrants. Specifically, he called for a constant, unrelenting stream of new immigrants. Not dribbles, oh no, not dribbles, but significant flows to bolster the national economy. Oh yes, oh yes. Later, on Twitter, he wrote, this is what he said. He said, the final thing we need to do together is pass immigration reform. We need it badly. We need it badly, ladies and gentlemen. Immigration reform, that is. What, are you kidding me? Do you believe this guy? Who the hell is he working for? That's what I want to know. Who is this guy working for? Us or the freaking illegals? Huh? Huh? Just goes to prove my point. See? Those dirty, rotten, scumbag criminals in Washington, D.C. are working for the globalists. Ladies and gentlemen, they working for the globalists. That's right. It's all about North American Union, ladies and gentlemen. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. I tell you what, they're all in on it. Oh yes, all of them are in on it. Oh yes, even Rand Paul. Oh yes. Rand Paul throws his weight behind immigration reform effort. Oh yeah. Senator Rand Paul on Wednesday waded deeper into an issue that has proved perilous to some of his GOP colleagues, throwing his political weight behind an establishment lobby effort to get Congress to reform the country's immigration system. How do you like them apples? Huh? 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 Mr. Paul is a libertarian-leaning Republican from Kentucky, and he's a possible 2016 presidential hopeful. Now, he's teamed up with a business group known as Partnership for a New American Economy, and they are a major force in the immigration reform effort. Oh, yes. Oh, yes, indeed. Boy, oh, boy, it makes me want to vomit. I tell you what. Yes, indeed. Everywhere I go, there's people speaking foreign languages. Everywhere. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And it drives me crazy because I don't know what the hell they're talking about. You don't know what these people are talking about. What are these people talking about? My God. But I tell you what, let's get serious now. Oh, yeah. It's time to get serious here on the Samsel Report. Okay? All right.
Free your mind, and your ass will follow.
That's right. And no truer words have ever been spoken. Okay? You're listening to the Samsel Report right here on Revolution Radio. Oh, no. Oh, uh-oh. Hold on. Hold everything. Who let the sheeple out? Who let the sheeple out? The sheeple all over the place. No, get out of here. Oh, my goodness. The sheeple. No. No. Oh, enough of that. Okay. I'll tell you what. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. We got a special guest here on the show. Hold on a second here. Hey, it's Sweetheart. We got Sweetheart on the air. Hey, how you doing, sweetie? How you doing? Oh. Are you having a good time, sweetheart? Are you having a good time? Well, we're not doing the headline roundup anymore, you know. It's not nice. We're doing the weekly wrap-up is what we're doing now, which is better. Don't you think it's better than that? No, it's not. What? What? You're jealous because you're not on the show anymore? Is that the... Well, you can't... What? We stop doing that. Now. We don't do the headline roundup anymore, so we don't need a horse. See? We don't need a horse. Oh, now, stop now. Oh, well, there she goes. She's gone. Okay, well, you know... Are you having a good time out there, everybody? Oh, you having a good time? Huh? You having a good time out there? Okay, all right. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Okay, all right. So, you're listening to the Samsel Report right here on Revolution Radio. And, you know, we do cut up, we do comedy, we do satire, we use humor, we use sarcasm here. You don't know whether I'm fooling or not, I'm kidding around, you have no idea. Or do I mean it? Or am I just losing my mind? I don't know. But no, we're gonna get serious now for a second. Everybody I know is going broke. Every single person I know has money problems. They can't afford this, can't afford that. They're all going broke. We're all going broke, ladies and gentlemen. Oh yes, this economy is killing us. Now, of course, gasoline prices have gone down. Now that's still on average, what is it? $2.50 a gallon for gasoline, which is a hell of a lot better than almost $4 a gallon. But they're giving us a little break here. But the prices are going back up on the gasoline. Prices are going up on food. Prices going up on utilities, electric. Natural gas. They're killing us, ladies and gentlemen. But these people feel no pain. These people feel no pain. They are in a whole different world that they live in, as opposed to all the rest of us out here. So, hey, it doesn't matter to them. They're getting the best health care in the world. Their bank accounts are loaded. Hey, boy, oh boy, oh boy. I tell you what, you're listening to the Samsel Report, and it's right here on Revolution Radio.
People that make the rules play you just like a fool, keeps you in ball chain, and they never increasing pain. But as you realize that you've been believing lies and you've been hypnotized by television lights, they tell you day is night, they tell you wrong is right. But I say, how do you like the way things are today? Things are today. Do you like the way things are today? The people that make the rules treat you like a total fool, controlling from birth to grave. They're mindless robotic slaves. But as the eagle falls and you're against the wall and will awaken more to the new world order, make up your mind. You'll have to choose a side. But I say, how do you like the way it's on today? The things are today. How do you like the way the things are today? Things are today, yeah. The things are today. How do you like?
That's right. How do you like the way things are today? I don't. I don't like it one little bit. And if you don't like the way things are today and the way things are going in this country, you need to do something about it. Okay? Seriously. You need to do something about it. And the best thing you can do about it right now is get involved. That's right. Another thing that you can do is go out there and tell everybody about the Samsel Report. Okay? You can do that, right? You can go out there and you can tell people all about Revolution Radio, right? And all the shows on Revolution Radio and all the other hosts on Revolution Radio. And spread the word and get people to tune in and listen in. Because the more people we can make aware, the more of an impact that we can have. Very important, ladies and gentlemen. Because this country is definitely going to a place where none of us are going to want to wind up. Okay? It is a whole different world out there today than I experienced growing up when I was a kid. It was a whole different country at that time. And the way it's going and the direction things are going, I do not like at all. And I'm sure that my listeners out there I'm sure that you guys do not approve of what's going on in this country today. So there you go.
The beat goes on.
That's right. And the whole thing keeps marching right on, doesn't it? Yes, indeed. Ladies and gentlemen, you are listening to the Samsel Report. I know. We live in the Twilight Zone. That's right. We live in the Twilight Zone, ladies and gentlemen. But it's almost time for me to be going.
Hello, I must be going. I cannot stay, I came to say I must be going. I'm glad I came, but just the same I must be going.
For my sake you must stay, for if you go away, you'll spoil this party I am throwing.
I'll stay a week or two. I'll stay the summer through. But I am telling you, I must be going.
Oh, yes. Yes, indeed. Ladies and gentlemen, come back next week.
Madison Avenue mentality. Look out, it's gonna get ya. Man is gonna get ya. He's gonna get ya. Oh no, gonna get ya. Oh no. Madison Avenue.